Welcome to our museum tour. Today, we are stepping inside the Sunshine State, Florida. Florida is a peninsula, a long finger of land with ocean or Gulf water pressing in from 3 different sides. Those waters have names. You'll find the Atlantic Ocean running down the east coast and the Gulf of Mexico resting on the west. Because the ocean is so close, the weather stays warm most of the year, but that warm water also fuels heavy summer thunderstorms, and Floridians learn early on how to prepare for powerful weather. This constant presence of water influences how people build their homes, how they travel, and how they experience the environment every day. Long before boats from Europe arrived, indigenous peoples built villages, farmed, and created trade networks across this land. Today, the Seminole tribe and the Miccosukee tribe are living native nations that continue to call Florida home. When Spanish explorers came ashore in 1513, they called the region La Florida, a name celebrating a feast of flowers. Centuries later, in 1845, it joined the United States as the 27th state. Let's walk over to the nature exhibit. The Everglades functions as a massive, shallow river of grass, moving fresh water slowly across the southern landscape toward the sea. This watery world provides a home for amazing animals. Look closely into the warm, clear springs, and you might see a gentle manatee gliding by. Florida's human history and its unique natural habitats are deeply connected. Understanding how people have lived here for thousands of years helps explain why protecting these landscapes matters so much today. This chart shows Florida's population growth over the last few decades. The numbers climb very quickly, reaching over 23 million residents today. Those millions of neighbors come from many different backgrounds. You'll find deep Southern family traditions alongside vibrant cultures from the Caribbean and Latin America. To help organize a state that large, leaders gather here in Tallahassee. This city is the state capital, where lawmakers meet to decide on rules for schools, parks, and roads. Up in the northeast corner sits Jacksonville. It covers so much land that it ranks as the largest city in the entire state. Way down the Atlantic coast is Miami. It's a bustling coastal city built on beach life, where you can hear many different languages spoken on a single street. A state is the unique combination of these different communities, cultures, and cities that together build a modern identity. People in Florida work in many different ways to support the economy. Farming is a foundational industry, and for generations, workers have harvested sweet oranges and citrus fruits by the millions. Another major source of jobs is tourism. Every year, people travel from all over the world to enjoy the warm beaches and ride the attractions at Florida's massive theme parks. Let's step into the space exhibit. Because Florida sits close to the equator and right next to the ocean, scientists decided it was the perfect place to build a launch pad and test rockets. In 1969, 3 astronauts boarded the Apollo 11 spacecraft on the Florida coast and launched into the sky to become the first humans to land on the moon. Florida's economy balances the resources of the land, the excitement of tourism, and the high-tech requirements of spaceflight. Like every state, Florida has official symbols to represent its personality. The singing mockingbird is the state bird, and the sweet-smelling orange blossom is the state flower. The official state reptile is the American alligator, which relates back to the vast freshwater wetlands we visited earlier. This elevation chart compares a typical mountain to Florida's highest natural point, Britton Hill. Britton Hill is only 345 feet above sea level, making it the lowest high point of any state in the country. These quirky facts and official symbols provide memorable shortcuts to understanding exactly what kind of environment makes the state unique. Now it's your turn to participate in the tour. Try to imagine assembling Florida's official state dessert using ingredients grown right on its farms, a tall, sweet strawberry shortcake. Or you could grab some green construction paper and scissors and carefully cut out the shape of your very own state reptile. For a physical challenge, stand up right now, stretch your arms out, and try to balance perfectly on one leg, just like a wading bird hunting in the marsh. Whether you are traveling down to the Sunshine State or exploring the plants and animals in your own neighborhood, there is always history and nature waiting to be discovered. Thanks for visiting.